you give to them?
It would be nice to see community-based services within the Muslim community so that they can start to address this themselves for self-support systems there. That would be nice. But there is always telephone. If you, like I said, going back to the social media, because that's your best bet, there's always places where friends and family can... It'd be nice to have a forum, wouldn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah.
For friends and family.
Yeah.
And for Muslim women. Going, either suffering addiction or having somebody in their family with an addiction.
Yeah.
Let's work on that one.
Yeah. Well,
Something
this is
to work on.
absolutely the thing, isn't it? To be proactive and actually, you know, where within the community we can, you know, if this is something that's needed, we can work towards achieving that, inshallah.
Definitely, and the community is really, really important because I think, you know, it's one thing to have family and friends who can have support, but sometimes they need a bigger, wider group of people to give them that sort of throw. And do you think that the Muslim community needs to do a lot more, Sister Liz?
Well, I think, as you know, Jessica said, it is something that is kind of, it is a taboo subject. It is shrouded in, you know, shame and fear and, you know, a lack of knowledge. And I think, you know, that's why hopefully, inshallah, this programme will kind of encourage people to talk about this a little bit more and encourage people to ask more questions and go out there and get more help and be more proactive. And at the end of the day, you know, the mosque, this is the hub of our community. You know, if we want to go somewhere for help, we want to go to our mosque. So this is what we should be doing. If it's something that's needed in our community, engage with your local imam, engage with your local mosque. It can be
difficult, however, I can imagine that it can be difficult, but there should be that access because obviously, you know, most people may take drugs in secrecy. That it's not. You know, I mean, most people do it recreationally and they might do it in groups and whatnot, but maybe the majority of people do it in secrecy, so they have that sense of stigma attached to...
But remember this, keep the secret, you'll keep the addiction.
So
it's going to stay there if you keep the secret. It's better to speak about this.
Yeah, that's it.
And then it gets out there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely,
You're not holding the secret in anymore.
And absolutely. Once you're talking about it, then you're kind of halfway there to making a solution, aren't you?
Yeah, you resolved it in yourself.
And so is there any last take-home messages you can give to people who, for example, may be affected or, you know, whether that's the individual themselves or their family and friends or anybody who's interested in this line of work? I'll start with you.
For me, I think the best thing that anyone can do, if they know somebody close to them or they are suffering addiction, get help.
Yeah.
Whether it's going in traditional treatment services or ringing a helpline or even confiding, you've started that first step to recovery.
Absolutely.
Going into recovery. When you keep it to yourself, you're not recovering. You're just in denial. And that's more dangerous than actually going into recovery. And it's going to be a brave step, particularly for Muslim women.
It is very brave.
Very, very.
But it'll be worth it, definitely.
Absolutely. And we get there. Eventually.
Gradually, but surely. And you, Sister Liz?
No, absolutely. I think, you know, the kind of message that I wanted to leave is, you know, don't ever get in a state of such despair that you think there's no way out. I think many of us are kind of guilty sometimes of counting. You know, I read in an article that many of us are guilty of counting our blessings on our hands and our trials and our tests with a calculator. So, you know, recognise that we have many, many blessings in our lives, and if we have people around us that are talking to us about a problem, then that in itself is a blessing. You know, we've got people around us who care. So, you know, use that, harness that. You know, be patient with people, be caring, show them that you're there, show them that you're there to support. And, you know, inshallah, it will be a way to kind of move forward. And there'll be, you know, more on offer in the future, inshallah.
Okay, well, that sadly brings us to the end of our discussion. Despite the highs and goods from drugs, we must remember that they offer short-term happiness and, due to their addictive nature, cause more harm than good. Because our bodies and minds are a trust from Allah, we must preserve these. The long-term solace that sufferers and indeed all people are looking for is never too far away. The answer to all our anxieties is Allah, and truly no one but Allah can fill the emptiness that we crave. As a community and as individuals, we must also do what we can to support those who do find themselves on this downward spiral and must not brush it onto the carpet. Neither should we stigmatise those who are weak and vulnerable, and must educate others to understand the harmful effects that drugs cause. An important discussion to be had there, but there is more to come where we look at why it's important to learn the 99 names of Allah. Don't touch that dial. Assalamu alaikum.